Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw for Insider Travel Report, and I'm here at ILTM Con. It's one of the largest shows they've ever had, over 10,000 people. I'm here with a familiar face because we do this every year, sometimes more than once a year. Lindsay Uberoth, who's the CEO of Preferred Travel Group. And Lindsay actually gave a press conference earlier the other day. It was great to learn all about what's going on with Preferred, but we thought we'd catch up with her ourselves and find out more. So you're going to find out about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Lindsay, first of all, wonderful to see you.
It's always good to see you.
Yeah, it's great that you're here. Every year we catch up here. We catch up in other places as well. But this is great. Now, Preferred Group really has grown and evolved over the years, and you've added in all new divisions. I always think of Beyond Green is the big one. Yeah. Let's talk about what is Preferred Group today.
Oh gosh, under the Preferred Travel Group umbrella, we now represent 4 brands: Preferred Hotels and Resorts, Beyond Green, Historic Hotels of America, and Historic Hotels Worldwide. And then we've got our PTG Consulting Division, which consults with destinations and basically cities, countries, and destinations that are looking for that extra boost in terms of sales and marketing and promotion of that destination.
Now, how has Preferred responded to kind of the growth of the luxury sector? Obviously you've increased the number of divisions, you obviously have increased the number of hotels, but what have you done to respond? Because luxury travel is just booming, right?
Yeah, I mean, it has been tremendous, and we're feeling really lucky. I mean, in 2025 this year, we added 70 net new hotels to our Preferred Hotels and Resorts brand, and 20 to Beyond Green. So we're really, really excited about that growth. But as you talk specifically about the luxury segment, there's a lot of things that we've invested in, and that's through programming, through whether it be our marketing programs, our sales initiatives, the partners that we work with, in addition to things like our Legend collection. We have our Live Like a Legend campaign.
Yeah, we read about that. That's interesting.
Which is fun, but that's what the consumer is looking for, especially in that ultra luxury segment. And we continue to add hotels in that luxury, ultra luxury segment, but very strategic. We're really looking at the markets that are growing, looking at hotels that are really are investing in those new areas and segments that ultra luxury traveler is looking for. Some of that's in the heritage travel and the multi-gen. So you now need properties that have the accommodations to accommodate that, or a little bit more immersive in those type of areas.
Well, one division I love that you have is historic hotels, which is one of my favorites, and I love those old hotels, the classics, and that's part of your company, right?
Well, and it's funny that you say old hotels, though, because when I think of historic hotels, that's like the misconception that they're
not old.
Well, some people say musty and dusty, right? But the reality is they're these incredible historic hotels or castles or estates, but they are luxurious properties, and they've really invested in that luxury segment, but they have that heritage, and they really celebrate the culture and history, and whether that's from ghost stories to royalty that has stayed with them.
The haunted hotels, we like that.
Those are some of my favorite. Not my favorite always necessarily to stay at, depending on the time of year, but those are a lot. It's a wonderful brand.
Give me a hotel with history. And I just really love that. Now, granted, I love also other luxurious hotels, and you have so many around the world in your different divisions. Now, let's talk a little bit about what do you see as the trends coming up? And I know you actually did a survey, a luxury survey of the sector. What are you seeing that's coming in the next year?
Yeah, we did our first luxury travel report this year, and we had 5 key trends that we identified, a couple of which I just mentioned, but it was the move away of what we've deemed the beige vacation. So really that shift towards really wanting to be in curated, authentic hotels, sense of place, less about the algorithm of it looks the same regardless of where you go, which is great because we're independent hotels. There's no one of a kind, or no one of the same, I should say. They're all one of a kind. The second is this heritage travel. People really wanting to go back and understand. It might even be their roots, right? If you're Irish of Irish descent, Ireland's been very popular because a lot of people are wanting to go do that, but that's happening around the globe. The multi-gen, or sort of this desire to really create meaning with your family and create those memories is another area. The travel advisor, that's our favorite one that came out. 84% of people say that they want to use a travel advisor.
That was the one I was going to mention too. That's
Right?
a big
I mean,
one,
and
yeah.
that we like the term that they're the power brokers, because this goes beyond just booking airline tickets and hotel rooms. I mean, they're the ones who, really give you insider access, the knowledge. I hate to say this, I used a travel agent for the first time to book my honeymoon, because when you're in the industry, you tend to just do it yourself. It was a game changer. I mean, in terms of just how fast everything got done, the way I got treated, and just the access. It was incredible. And so like I said, as we know that they're also planning events. I found out somebody does a trip every year where it's a surprise. They show up at the airport. Their travel agent knows them so well. Their travel advisor. They book a trip and they don't know until they get to the airport where they're going.
So they got like the surprise of it, and also, and I'm sure every trip is fantastic, right?
Yeah, that's real trust. I mean, when you have a person that you work with that knows you so well that can do that, I think that's tremendous.
Now, how does Preferred work with the travel advisor community today? I know you're at all these different shows, but tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, we've always been huge advocates of the travel advisor community, and we were always very keen on things like when we launched our loyalty program. One of the key tenets was we wanted to make sure that if they were booking through our channels, that they would get that their clients would get those benefits. We were never trying to cut them out. So they've always been at the cornerstone of what we believe is important in luxury travel. This year we were excited. We launched our travel agent portal, which is a one-stop shop for really anything and everything that they could use. So they can book, they can manage rates, they can check commission processing. There's metrics and benchmarks for them to look at sort of across the board how they're doing within our brands. There's special promotions and offers just for them, depending on their affiliation. We've got special portals within the portal. So, we really are just trying to make it frictionless to work with us, and the response has been tremendous.
Well, so Lindsay, where can travel advisors go to get that special portal?
Well, they can go to preferredhotels.com, and there's going to be a link at the bottom to that travel agent portal.
Great. So that's where you'll go find everything. Lindsay, it's great to see you as always. It's always great to find all the new programs and also all the new properties that you have coming in your network, and there are a lot of good ones. You're one of the largest, if not the largest.
We are the largest.
You are the largest one independent, right? So I should say that, and you really have some wonderful properties and all those historic hotels too, and we could get into Beyond Green and all that, but that's
for next time.
That's for next time, and you're actually adding in properties as well.
Yes,
so
we are. 20 new properties in that brand.
20 new properties,
Yes.
and that's fantastic. Again, thank you for taking the time. I know it's been a very busy time here at ILTM. More and more every year, it gets bigger and bigger.
But the energy here has been great, and only good things as I can tell as we head into 2026.
That's wonderful to hear from you and from everybody else. That seems to be the sense that it is going to be a great year again. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.